It's the Ravens Rundown by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones here. Thanks for joining us. Coming up on today's show, got an update on Marcus Peters. Also, we'll examine the possibility of signing Teddy Bridgewater. We'll get to all of that and more coming up in just a matter of moments. Folks, I have exciting news. We are less than 69 days away from kickoff. A significant number to some. If you're ready for some football, type nice in the comments section. Guess it's a nice feeling that football's almost here, right? That's what I mean by that, obviously. Type nice in the comment section if you're ready for some football, and we'll get started with today's show. Marcus Peters likely not coming back to the Baltimore Ravens. According to a new report from The Athletic, it sounds like all signs point to that Peters won't be a Raven and will be instead heading out to Las Vegas to join the Las Vegas Raiders. So think about this. It's almost like a trade without having a trade of sorts, where the Ravens get Rock Ya-Sin and the Raiders get Marcus Peters. The reports that surfaced the last several weeks looked at four teams in particular as the top destinations for Marcus Peters. They included the Raiders, the Ravens, the Vikings, and the Lions. Seemed to be the ones that stuck out. And in the Ravens case, we heard from John Harbaugh even say directly there was interest in Marcus Peters, but he wasn't going to be needed for the same role that he previously held. If he was going to come back to Baltimore, his place on the depth chart wouldn't be as the number 2 corner anymore. That Rock Ya-Sin was an upgrade from Marcus Peters with that. And so with the money they've spent elsewhere, you can see that why this wasn't a priority necessarily to bring back Marcus Peters, an aging corner with some injury issues as of late. Nonetheless, here's more from The Athletic. My colleague, Vic Tafur, reported that he expects the Raiders to sign Peters. If you're Peters, you might as well wait to see if better offers or opportunities materialize. It's not like he's missing out on anything by not signing in early July. Well, I'm still not ready to completely rule the Ravens out. They haven't acted this offseason like a team that prioritized bringing Peters back. So that's a very good point. Obviously, things could change, but it seems like right now it ain't happening. I think that the Ravens made up their mind on Marcus Peters, that they weren't interested in bringing him back when they brought in Rock Ya-Sin and when they upgraded that position there. I think Rock Ya-Sin and Marlon Humphrey are going to be a nice 1-2 punch there at that corner position to go along with what you already have at the safety spots already with Marcus Williams and Kyle Hamilton company. This is going to be a really good safety room. And Marcus Peters, to kind of recap this situation, we mentioned the report that said he's likely to sign with the Raiders before training camp. Their training camp for veterans starts around July 25th. So if something is going to change for the Ravens, if they have a change of heart and want Marcus Peters, then that's kind of their timeline. They still have a couple weeks, potentially speaking, to get something done. Peters visited the Raiders back on May 15th, so that's a while ago. He's had plenty of time to think about this, but it does appear to be like Marcus Peters is headed that direction, heading to Las Vegas. What do you think? I want to know. Will the Ravens regret not signing Marcus Peters, not bringing him back to Baltimore? I don't hate it personally. I think that they're just fine with Rock Ya-Sin. I understand that you had money that you had to spend elsewhere. I get it. I don't fault the Ravens at all. What say you, though? Weigh in the comment section. It's our pinned comment today. You might get an ad break, so take advantage of it. Get your votes in. Tell me what you think one or the other. Y for yes, in for no. Will the Ravens regret not signing Marcus Peters or not? Another name on the free agent market to discuss is Teddy Two Gloves, Teddy Bridgewater. Could he be on his way to the Baltimore Ravens to be the new backup quarterback behind Lamar Jackson? ClutchPoints is suggesting that Bridgewater would be the perfect signing for Baltimore prior to training camp. And I know what you're thinking. Wait, what about Tyler Huntley? I thought Tyler Huntley was one of the better backups in the league. Well, we'll explain more why you might go with Teddy as opposed to Huntley here in a second. More from ClutchPoints. With the lack of production that Huntley demonstrated in the rushing game, the Ravens need not look for a dual-threat quarterback, but rather a signal caller who can, at the very least, keep the ball occasionally on read option plays and demonstrate some mobility in the pocket. Teddy Bridgewater has previously had success as a play-action quarterback in a run-heavy offense, both in Minnesota and Denver, making him an ideal fit to control Baltimore's rushing attack and a considerable upgrade from current backup Tyler Huntley. I don't think anyone's ever doubted Teddy's talent level. I mean, he was a former first-round pick, a Pro Bowler. He's shown flashes, and I think that Teddy, when healthy, is a pretty good quarterback, pretty decent quarterback. But the problem is he's struggled to stay healthy his entire career. And I'm not blaming the guy. You know, things happen, right? Even as a backup, he's had problems staying healthy. Last year in Miami, it was an issue. I hate to call a guy injury prone, but he just simply is. And so I look at it personally like I agree. I think Teddy Bridgewater would be an upgrade, and I would feel more comfortable with him running this Todd Monken offense as opposed to Tyler Huntley for several reasons, and I'll tell you why here in a second. But I would be concerned about how much you could depend on Teddy Bridgewater to stay healthy. As I tell people all the time, what do we say around here every once in a while? The best availability is availability. So, should the Ravens sign Teddy Bridgewater? Weigh in. Tell me what you think in the comment section. S for sign, P for pass. What do you think about the possibility of bringing in Teddy Two Gloves? S for sign, P for pass. Let me know in the comment section. Ravens jerseys are on sale now, whether you want to represent a new guy like Zay Flowers, Marcus Williams, maybe it's Lamar Jackson, maybe even want to throw back to Ray Lewis or a current guy like Mark Andrews, whatever it may be. We have all different players, different shapes and sizes, colors, whatever you're feeling. We got you covered today. Get yours now while supplies last, right in time for football season at chatsports.com/Ravens jersey to get yours today. That's chatsports.com/Ravens jersey to get yours now. Teddy Bridgewater, his career, he has been a journeyman of sorts. Started with the Minnesota Vikings and had that freak injury there early on in his career, and many wondered if he'd ever play football again. Well, then he went on to the Jets, the Saints, the Panthers, the Broncos, and most recently with the Miami Dolphins. And in 2015 was a Pro Bowler. His time in Minnesota included setting not one, not two, not three, but 11 franchise records as the starting quarterback with the Vikings, mostly those coming in his rookie year. Now, I'll say this. I have my doubts about Tyler Huntley's ability to run this offense because it is going to require more of a passing threat than what we saw in the Greg Roman scheme. You know, the thing that we heard from folks all the time was, hey, Tyler Huntley's a good fit to be the backup for Lamar Jackson in the Greg Roman offense because he was suited, his playing style, for what Greg Roman wanted to do. Well, now, Todd Monken, of what he's bringing to the table, they're going to want to pass the football a whole lot more than they've had as of late. And is Tyler Huntley a good enough passer to do that? I don't know. I would feel comfortable, just on a talent level-wise. I can say here today that Teddy Bridgewater is a good enough passer to be that backup quarterback to run this offense. I mean, here's what we're talking about here, folks. Todd Monken's offense. Got to create space, attack the field. Strong run game, more play action. But the third one on the screen, other direction. There we go. Third one on the screen, air raid concepts. Does anybody want Tyler Huntley running an air raid offense? I don't think so. Dictate tempo, no huddle at times, using tight ends to create mismatches. You look at the Ravens quarterback depth chart where things stand, and Huntley, I just don't know. Sorry, Tyler Huntley. I would much rather go with Teddy Bridgewater in a one-game scenario. If Lamar is out to run this thing to get me a win, I'll go with the experience of Teddy and being the better passer that he is compared to Tyler Huntley, quite frankly. The numbers comparing the two last year, we saw the completion percentage was better for Tyler Huntley, 67%, 62% compared to Teddy. Although Teddy had more yards, more touchdowns, he did have more interceptions, but his QB rating was significantly higher, 85.6 compared to 77.2 for Tyler Huntley there. So, which quarterback would you rather have as your backup, Teddy or Tyler Huntley? Weigh in the comment section. Let me know. Type B for Teddy, type H for Tyler Huntley. Let me know which way you would feel in the comment section below. Join the flock. Subscribe to the channel. Be with us each and every day as we're talking about your Baltimore Ravens with the latest happenings on your favorite teams. Subscribe now for free. Turn on notifications so you never miss a moment. We'll see you next time right here on the Ravens Rundown.